Is it Kane or Kane?
It's Kane.
Oh, okay. Kane, Mr. Kane, I have not been in contact with him either. And I wanted to know if I know now to talk to you and communicate with you through Discord, but is it in the same aspects and regards with him?
Yes, 100%. So they're probably not gonna be monitoring their school as heavy. Even the number, I think, is this Alex Killingsworth?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So even with there's a number that text. That's still a company. That's not even me. That's still a company number and an that's an assistant. That's I'm basically telling her what to say if she doesn't know what to say, and it's super quick with voice messages. So Discord is that's literally that's the primary source of communication. If you don't get a response, tag again. Usually, when me as the CEO, right, the founder, I run this. If I see 2 or 3 tags and no response, I get on their ass. I mean, that's how it works. And it's just to be completely blunt, transparent, and honest, because we're all, even though we're partners, right? Me, Kane, and Tyler, they are still business owners that have their staff. They're still business owners that have their staff. So the way the system works, it has to flow. If it doesn't flow correctly, it doesn't work at all. So yeah, you definitely, it's Discord for him as well.
All right. Thank you so much for answering, Trevor.
Yes, sir, Mr. Alex. And obviously I apologize about all the confusion. The confusion with the first part, which we understand the switch, and then the other confusing part, we couldn't even find you. We've already sent out dispute letters. We're actually on our second round. He'll post that to you, I think, in the next couple days. The other thing was the Alex, because I tag it as Alex Killingsworth is what I know you as, but you have the first name, which is the real name. So when he's looking for it, he's not finding it, but they got the real name. I got Alex. So I'm like, give me an update on Alex. Then they're not, it's just, it was super confusing. And then the switch with the, with the spouse, like it was just a bit much. And then it still continued to be, and I was like, oh, well, damn, and obviously this is so everybody can hear it too. Because like I said, I'm transparent. I keep it real. If I fuck up, let me know. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm. It ain't. I'm like I said. At the end of the day, it's not like, oh, you don't have access to me. It's not Walmart. You can't get a hold of Mr. Walt, but you can address something with me. And if we're unfair, or if we're not transparent, or we're doing anything that isn't right, I need to know about it, because I built this business off integrity, right? Like, I have affiliates in here that are able to network with y'all and provide their services, and I don't charge them a thing. I expect them to be like, hey, you know what, so and so bought this, man, I'm about to do you this logo, or I go off of that, bro. I'm good. My family's good. I don't have to always have the ticket. You know what I mean? I want to help other people. So we never do anything intentional. It's never intentional. We're always really by good means, So I think what we're going to do for you, Alex, because I understood the frustration, the communication channel you didn't understand in the beginning, but obviously Discord is that's where you're separate from everybody else. If you hit me in Skool, it's going to get lost. 100%. I can show you my inbox. It's flooded. Same thing with Instagram, Facebook, and things like that. So Discord is your primary source, but we're going to throw you on you're going to need, you're going to need trade lines, and we're going to throw you on, I think, either one big one or 2, and we're not going to charge you anything for it, just because, if there's a mistake made, I'm going to make the mistake be fixed. Even though I don't think it was fully on us, it was both, but still, that it's something that I want to do to make sure, what, if you got bad taste in your mouth, or if you're unpleasant or unhappy about the situation, let's fix it, get it right, because I don't like to, I know what I can do to somebody's life, honestly, to impact them. So I don't like to give a refund, because I'm gonna feel like you're dropping the ball if I give you a refund, because I know what we can do. And we've done it too many times. So
I got you, Trevor, and I appreciate your clarification on that and answering all the questions. And like you said, it really was on both ends, and the lack of communication. It was just a rip in it, but it's all right. We're gonna keep moving forward. And honestly, there is not a bad taste in our mouths. We just want to get real mentorship and get my money's worth.
For sure, 100%, bro. We're gonna take care of you. Like I said, these Q&As is super. They're super powerful, super important. I'm always gonna drop you guys sauce in there, but I know a lot. I leverage a lot. I know a lot of when it comes to just business, credit, funding, things as a whole. I know every single loophole, every single tip, trick. I know it, and I learn constantly. So I give it to you guys when I learn it. That way you guys can run it. And yeah, I definitely want, you know, we're all good intentions, bro. We never want, I mean, everybody on here is veterans, and military, or, you know, y'all really have something that y'all are trying to push and build. So we're not trying to hold it up by any means. We want you to get funded, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how, obviously it does with the proper mentorship, but it doesn't matter how successful you really are on the Turo platform, even if you're making extra money. But if I put your credit score somewhere it's never been and I get you 250K, you can literally do what you want, bro. You can go do real estate. You can do whatever. You got access to 250K. You can literally buy a property and flip it and double your money. So at the end of the day, the primary focus on is getting it optimized and linking you up with our lenders so that we can credit stack you a bag.
Thank you, Trevor.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to say, to end the whole question, I did want to get with you one-on-one, and I understand that's going through Discord also, just to clarify and harp on the mentorship. So I am able to do everything you said on the call. I can learn it for myself, teach others, so everybody can, you know, follow the wave. But I appreciate your help, and I'll be in touch.
Yeah, for sure. And those like that, what I'll do is when you're in the Discord channel, you could just ask for my number, because I can hop on a phone call. Really, Jeremy, you've called me on the phone multiple times. Like, and I'll get back. I'll send you voice memos and stuff back. That way you can get instant results. Rather than booking the calendar, like I say, when my staff sees clients who are already mentees and they're booking on the calendar to become a mentee, their mission is to not let you do that, because you're already there. Like, they think you saw an ad and are doing it again, and you're a current mentee, so they're like, okay, I'm canceling that. You're still going to get the notifications as if I'm going to show up, but it's actually canceled. So that's a Calendly thing. So yeah, you can just ask in there, even if it's quick. Hey, shoot me your number right quick. I'm at the dealership. I'm trying to run a play. Hit me. You know what I mean? That's what that is what this is for. But now that we know Discord, let me know phone number. You got to call, tap in. Let's do it. You know, because I am your mentor. I do want to make sure you're successful.
For sure. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Isaiah.
All right, yeah. So again, I'm still doing the process, have not got funding, none of that yet. But I tell you time and time again, I want to follow your blueprint to a T. So I'm still trying to understand how the whole car buying process works. I still don't really know. I really don't understand that, because we're gonna get business funding, but we're not buying cars with that funding. So I'm just trying to understand, like, what is the process for buying cars? I know you have your Connect. How does that work when we're out of state? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does the process look like when I get to that step? I'm sure I'll talk about it more or learn more. But I still want to get insight now, you know, what exactly is the process for obtaining the vehicles? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of loan terms are we looking for? Things like that, like how to really optimize that whole process.
Okay, and then obviously I'm going to answer it while we're here, but did you watch the roadmap on, and it may not be clear enough, that's why I'm going to hit on, I'm going to tell you right now, but just in case you need to rehear it at the call, if I don't clear it, it's going to get cleared up here right now, but there is a roadmap. It's pinned in our Skool. And if you follow that roadmap, that's kind of how it works. Like, if you do have it, if you don't have this, if you do have this, if you don't have this, it's a super good diagram. I made me and Kane talked about implementing one. So I let him take charge on that, because he's a big part of the process. So you can follow that, but your funding, you want to think of your funding as like a bonus, right? We don't have to get anybody funding. If we optimize your profile the correct way, we teach you how to purchase the vehicles under your LLC. We can really build your business like that. We choose to give you the funding as like, let me make my offer the most irresistible offer out. That's what you have to do when you have something that you want to, what makes yours better than everybody else's. We do the credit repair. We don't charge you out the woos off of that. We get you funding, and some of these credit people are charging 30, 50, even up to like 45% of your credit funding, because they're like, it's my Connect. I got you the money. You didn't know about this or didn't know you could do this without me. So they look to be charged that way. We leave it up to you. You want to use us or not? You know what I mean? And our fees are super low compared to competitors. They're 10%. We get 10% of the funding. We get you 100K. You run us 10K. It doesn't come from your money. It comes from the fund. You use the card that we just got you for free, right? So that's what he was talking about with the instant debt. So the funding, think of that as a bonus. Because I could do really everything without getting you funding. The funding is what you're going to use to optimize and scale and grow your business. When you need marketing and want to run ads, you use your credit card, your business credit card, so that you can build up your business credit and make your fleet more desirable. Maybe you need a wrap on it. Maybe you want to tint the windows. You don't want your clients riding around in a fishbowl. Maybe you want to put rims on it. There's anything that you want to do. Maintenance, when you have tires blow out, when you have rims get curb checked, it's like, damn, bro, it's $600 for this BMW rim and tire, bro. I don't really want to use, why would you use the profit that you just generated from Turo when you can have a credit card faster, swipe for 600, get your asset back on the road making money, and then it didn't cost, it costed you something that's $600 that you could pay over time. So you really have to know how to leverage your credit in that way. The profile is what the profile and the LLC structured properly is how you're going to buy the vehicles. You're going to leverage your score for that. We're going to optimize your score so that it's leveraged to buy the vehicles. You're going to get the vehicles no matter what. That funding, don't buy the vehicles with the funding unless you just absolutely have to or want to. You would take a bigger, if we get you 100K and you go buy a 50K car, you're at 50% utilization already on the credit card. Rather than you get the car leveraging your credit, putting it on your LLC, you still got your 100K card over here, and now you make your asset the best in the market. You're literally forcing your rental car in people's faces. When they come to Las Vegas and they're on a vacation and they type in Las Vegas airport, guess what? Your ad pops up. You need a rental car too? Da-da-da-da. That's what you use your funding for. Or you can use your funding for the lifestyle. I use my credit for the lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, and leverage, because I have a really good business model. I have a really good flow of things. So people want me to come speak on their podcast and drop game and all things like that. But if that was something, when I go to Vegas, there's a guy out in Vegas named Sean Kelly, I think, big old podcaster out there. He's like, yeah, we'll come out. I usually be charging like 15K, but I'll do it for 6, bro. So I know I'm going to have to fly to Vegas. I'm going to have to pay 6K for the podcast. I get all the footage and everything. It's really a good deal. He's got like millions of followers. He gets millions of views. I'm going to use credit. I'm not going to close some deals and give you the money I just gained. That's going in the bank account. I'm swiping the credit card, and hopefully being on his podcast generates me way more. If there's a million people, I'm going to make 6K back. I pay it off like that. So think of credit as that's your play money, really. You know, don't get into credit debt and max it out on dumb stuff that doesn't generate money. But I mean, you got it. You can do whatever. A property might go up next door for foreclosure and they only want 20,000, and you know it's $100,000 house. Okay, well, guess what? I got hey, I want it. You know what I mean? 20,000, put 30,000 in rehab, that's 50K, and you just doubled your money just because you have the opportunity, because you have the access to the credit. Credit as in the funding. Credit, when I say credit, funding. So that's what did that clear it? Did it clear it up? Does it still seem?
Yeah, that clears up what the business funding aspect is for. So that's the fallback essentially. Now I still don't know, what does the car buying process look like exactly, as far as even if we use your guy, or you know what I'm saying, like, how does that work?
So when you use my guy, he's gonna ship it anywhere anywhere in the country for you. You can literally, I mean, obviously we go off integrity, right? So if you go to a dealer, give the real numbers, say, hey, this dealer has a Charger over here. They're trying to charge me $33,000. What can you do? I'm in San Antonio, Texas, or El Paso, wherever you're at. I'm in San Antonio, and I'm trying to get this vehicle. It's $33K. What can you do? He's gonna literally probably be like, well, we can do it and ship it for $30K. That's how that works. He's going to ship it to you. You're going to do everything virtual, sign virtual, boom, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about a down payment. You'll never have a down payment with us as well. That's just how it works. You know, we build it that way to where we are literally the cheat code to this, because we have so many connections. Yeah, you'll send that up. Hold on 1 second. Y'all don't be loud down here, please. So you'll literally, where was I at? Yeah, you're not going to have a down payment. You'll get those cars that way. You can choose to finance them in your LLC. So when you go to the dealer, you need to have your paperwork with you, right? Have your EIN, your articles, and your resolutions, all your LLC paperwork, right? And then your personal information. You tell the dealer, and you know what? I'll probably make a training on this, because I expect everybody to use My Dealer Connect, because why not? But I do understand the situation of, like, maybe you got a friend that has a dealership back home or whatever you want to use to get the cars. I'll put a training out, something that's for everybody that, just the game of it. Take your business paperwork to the dealer, say, hey, this is what I want to do. I don't want to pay any money down. I know where I'm at on credit. I'm literally running this play right now. I go in there and I take charge of the dealership. I don't let them tell me what to do. One, I'm a closer and I'm a seller. I've been hustling my whole life. So you're not going to get me, because if I know where I'm at, if I'm telling you right here, you won't have a down payment, you're going to be good on credit to PG the business, then that's what it is. So you're going to go there with your paperwork. I want wherever your payment is, where you want it to be, ask them what the total is. Hey, what's the total? What can you get it down to, right? If they tell you 60,000, just know double the first number is probably going to be about about a $1,200 payment on a $60,000 car. 70,000 is going to be about a $1,400 payment. If you get a $30,000 car, it's going to be about a $600 payment. So tell them, hey, look, I don't want to pay more than $600, right? I want to PG my business for this car, and I want to lease it. I just figured out you can lease, unless it's something that you want that you're like, you know what, I might really keep this. I like it, because you can do that during the lease too. But now that I know you can lease, man, leasing is the play. And I didn't know Turo accepted it until I called. I got someone with Powerhouse support. They hit me back. They were like, yeah, you can lease the cars and put them on here. Hell, you can put your friend's car on the platform. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You just have to watch your miles when you're leasing. They usually give you 12 or 15,000. So put a limit on your car for the mileage. If you're hitting that threshold pretty quick before your lease terms, be like, all right, shit, just go trade it out. You can literally do that with a lease. Go trade it out, put something else. That's literally the undefeated game, and I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could lease under your LLC. So when I figured all this out, I know Kia for sure. So if Kia is using lenders that everybody else is using, you can run the play that way. Pretty sure they're using all the major lenders just like any other car lot. So you can lease under your LLC, and you don't have to worry about a down payment if you go through our system. So you can do it that way with your dealers, or you can use our Dealer Connect. He's already going to know the play. That's the best thing about our Dealer Connect. He already knows the play. He knows you're coming. He knows he needs to provide my clients with at least 5 cars. He's like, hey, first go around, we're going to go ahead and get you right. We're going to get you 5. What you want? Boom, boom, boom. He's going to do the play.
So for what about like loan terms? Like, was it since? Cause I remember I watched the video and he was talking about like the play with. The thing with Charles, you want constant cash flow. So does that mean we'll be going for the highest loan terms just to get the lowest amount payment?
Yep, 100%. Stretch it as long as you can go, right? And don't stress or be pressed. You're not buying a personal car that's going to depreciate on you. A client's paying the depreciation. Yeah, obviously, just think of it as interest, not that you're paying, but interest of taking from your profits. So if you got 13% interest, like, damn, I got to give 13% of my profits up to interest. You know what I mean? So when you buy, be like that. You know what I mean? Think of like, okay, that's 8%. That's pretty good. 9% is pretty good. We can't control the market, right? We can't control the market. But the good thing about the market is it's 13 for you. It's 13% for everybody on the call. You know what I mean? Based upon credit, obviously, but.
I'm talking about like, see, that's the thing too, because like, obviously we're not really going to be owning these cars for the entire term, right? So it's like, that means that doesn't even matter. Then like the total interest on the car after you if you were to pay it all off, you know what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter. You're going to trade it in, bro.
Okay.
I literally run it as a business. I don't, obviously the cars that I have, I'm keeping them. They're not renting out. The business is paying for those. So I just pay my note. But if they're literally listed on Turo in the platform, my goal is to trade it out for another car whenever it starts to be like, okay, I'm going to be super upside down on it. This thing, now they done put 100,000 miles on it. Like, be a business owner, like, damn, okay, this Kia Telluride getting a little high in mileage. Time to go flip. Just go switch it for another one. The negative, the equity, you losing equity. A car depreciates anyway, no matter what. So you can't get attached to, like, if you carried over 10 grand in negative equity, I mean, that's $100 more than what you were. That's just $100. Every 1,000 is $10 in the car world, if you think about it. Obviously, there's wiggle 110 or whatever like that, but it's about $10. So even if you carry over 20,000 of negative equity on another car, it's still only $200 more. You're gonna make that on the platform.
Okay.
So the ones that you're like, okay, this is my personal, obviously try to get the best deal on it. You know what I mean? Obviously, like you're worried about, not letting it depreciate because it's your bro. it doesn't matter if you were doing Turo or not. People buy cars, bro, like constantly. I see something new and I'm like, damn, I want it. So when you're in the position that we're obviously going to put you in, right? When you're in that position of, hold on, answer my question. Okay, Alex, I'm sorry. I know you got to go. Did everything you have get answered? Because I'll give you a second.
Oh yes, everything was answered. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, 100%. I just wanted to make sure I seen it and I seen you were leaving, so I want to make sure I did get to you before you had to go.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'll be in touch in Discord.
Okay, perfect, 100%.
All right. Bye.
All right, buddy. But yeah, Isaiah, obviously yours, the one that you're more personal to, right? Like, yeah, you're gonna take more care of that anyway, but I don't stress about those things that you're making money of. Now, when everything is losing, when you're not making money, you're not getting bookings, you're paying everything, that's when it's like, okay, revamp time. Like, I either need to get with a co-host, partner up. Hey, these two aren't doing so well, bro. I'm only breaking even, or I'm losing, but these are doing good. Would you like to take these? My car note, if it's a super bad deal, I mean, just having them pay your car note for you is a help because your credit's good. Like I didn't bat an eye when I sent 10 cars to Vegas, bro, because guess what? He's paying off 10 cars that are under my business, and he's gonna do it in less than two. I mean, he has like 160 cars out there. He's gonna pay those off in less than 2 years. You know what that does to my credit, bro? Like you can pay it off all you want. I don't have to make money off of it. I can literally just put it right now in a position where everything can just build my credit through the roof and I can go buy anything I want just because of my credit profile. So don't think of it that way.
Yeah, I had a question.
I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you. Jeremy, what you got?
Hey, real quick. So when I first met up with the funding, it was a kind of an interesting meeting, I'll be honest. Is this a one and done thing, or is this something, because there are people that will secure business and still credit stack, right? And it's a play, and I've kind of looked that up. Are we able to do that as mentees in the program? Because I don't see me securing, business funding like until I start getting capital, right? And are we able to try to work on getting credit stack, credit card, no doc with your team still? Or is that a one and done kind of thing? Because I just want to know the answer because I did reach out, but I think I reached out to Kane, which I probably should reach out to you on that. Just curious to know how that works because people are in different places in credit optimization, right? With funding and stuff like that, with hard inquiries and stuff like that. But once you get in that position yourself, which I will do myself, am I able to go back to try to work on getting funding?
Yeah, so 100%. It's not like you're just dead in the water. If you chose to do it, you did it wrong, or you didn't maximize the most of it. It's not like, okay, well, good luck. You know what I mean? Like you would just have to be in an optimal position when you come back. You can always run funding with us. We actually want you to run funding with us. One, obviously, because we do make 10%. Yes, 100%. But I look at it as this way. I still go back to that same method. If you gave me, if I got you 100K and you had to pay the 10% fee and paid me 10K, next year you knew like, damn, my profile is really good. Maybe 2 or 3 cars got paid off, but boom, you're making super good. Your capital's good. Like, and I try to go for funding 100% every 6 months, bro. Me, my wife, the whole team, we go every 6. Right now I'm in the fund. I already bought I bought the trade lines because I'm like, damn, it's about time for me to run it back up. So I'm actually running funding. Tyler's running funding. And I think it's just me and Tyler right now, to be honest. Oh, my content guy, my videographer. We're running funding for him. But yeah, like, and this is our second. Every go around, it's better, it's bigger, it's more money.
Yeah, I don't know if I missed some of the training on that, but Legion Vets, obviously, that is. But they had another person come on for the same thing, and they explained it a little bit more, and I was like, So I'll tell everybody here, I've done my own research, and I probably would have rather done it the other way. But the credit position I was in, I was able to do it the way I needed to do it, but I still got to pay off that 55K business loan.
Yeah, that
at 18%. So I mean, it's one shake, one dime, and you put the other dime. I mean, I kept my payments for 2 cars at $1,100. right?
Yeah, it's
And
solid.
then that BMD5 is a 608. So it's all manageable. But you know, when you start buying these cars, you know, I got my cars coming in a week, and I'm freaking out, right? Because I'm like, I need to get these cars on the road, right? And I'm building a
Right.
website and doing Google marketing right now. You know, I'm putting money in, and all that money I'm putting in is going on a credit card right now.
Yeah,
It's going on my
100%.
Amex. It's going on my Amex Blue Card. It
That
wasn't
that's
50K,
that's what you do, Isaiah.
which
What he's
sucks,
saying
but
is exactly what you do.
yeah. So, you know, for all you guys that even if your credit profile stacked good and you go out and grab a credit card and you try to get a business credit card with no business there, they gave me 10 grand. So I'll
Listen,
be the lesson learned on that. I'll be the lesson learned on that because I was really pissed about this and I went out and I tried, right? And I got a couple credit cards, but I wasn't able to stack like that. And I was like, this is some bullshit. But
yeah,
I get
bro.
it now and I know why. And granted, I don't have the, you know, $11,000 debt on my hands, but I'm gonna run out of credit. That's gonna be
Yeah,
the truth. And I'm
that's
gonna have to figure out
it's
how
gonna
to flip
be.
that play.
Yeah, it's super hard when you run out of credit. It's super hard, bro. I'm telling you right now, it's super hard because you're like, the business is still running, especially if you got a lot of cars.
Yeah.
And then if you don't have credit when things go wrong, you're like, damn, I got to use my profits now. So you get in that position, bro. When I tell you, we literally, I don't know if I've ever went over this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know, man, y'all are recording. Y'all probably got my numbers and stuff. But yes, like there is card after card after card after card after card because we know how to stack. When I come on here with a product and I tell y'all, hey, like this is what I do, this I've done it. I would never come on here and sell information that I've learned or anything like that or that I've, you know, looked up. It's better for me to sell you something that I've done and then be like, I understand that people aren't going to have the same hustle, the same drive, the same mentality. But if I can give them the pathway, right? Here's the path, and you stay on the path, you're gonna get there. You're gonna get better. You're gonna be like, damn, he did say that about cleaning. Let me do that. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna happen naturally. But yeah, 100%, Jeremy, you can come back and we can run the play for you. I just gotta, you know, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I just have to see really how much was done because a lot of people, lenders pool and they pool and they pool. And like, I got a client, it's like ready for funding, but she got 37 hard inquiries. It's like, damn, like you're not going to get anything. I have to do the work now. I have to. So yeah, but yeah, we are definitely, you know, and I obviously I appreciate your transparency and your honesty, you know, of going and doing it and like, damn, I could have got, you know, we're not, it's in the past, it's over with, it's done. We know what we don't know. We just know what we can do moving forward. That's what we're going to talk about. You know what I mean? We're not going to talk about if anything was done wrong. We going to get it right. Miss Morgan, go ahead.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I had 2 quick questions, but the first one, who is the person that does the funding? Because I feel like I've seen different names be like either on the Discord or on the Skool community, and so I'm not sure who exactly I'd be talking to about that.
Yeah, so now that we've actually closed another deal. It's still Shantae. So we use Shantae whenever we are like super overwhelmed and we've like got clients. Like when I have 30, 40 clients that are ready for funding at once, it's like it's a workload over here. So I have multiple people that I use for the funding. But if they're not in your Discord channel, don't do anything because we have a community. This community is open to anybody. So people are going to be in there hustling and trying to sell. So you got good job, Isaiah, too. I seen it earlier. I love it. I appreciate it. That's what we do because if you're coming in here and you're selling, but you're not giving any value, nobody wants to buy from you. People don't understand that. That's what's wrong with a lot of course creators and a lot of people that are online right now. They just sell. They don't really relate. And they don't really show you any proof and they don't really give you any value. I can give you value that can change your life and ask you to spend money with me and you will because I've already given you the value in the game. They don't do that online. They're just so greedy. So great job reporting that. But they'll be in your Discord 9 times out of 10. Right now it's heavily on myself and Kane. And we actually have there's a reason like this is Brian, our Chase plug. We have their phone numbers. Like we literally say, hey, I'm sending you a client. Go ahead and call, do what you got to do to get them onboarded. Once they got that rolling, I literally get a decision within like no more than 5 days. And I get a reason on why you were denied if you were. Why? Because we do the credit. So when he says, oh, his profile's not thick enough, then I put trade lines on you. That's what I'm saying. It's undefeated. He tells me what's wrong. I fix what's wrong, and then you get funded. That's what's good about having we got the lenders in our pockets. Like we have partnerships with the lenders. And it's super dope. It's just good to have. It's super beneficial for on this call. We got Miss Destiny and Latrell. It's super good for them as well because they're also here in Florida. So we can run some of these things in person. And there's some banks that will their personal access is off the chain, is through the roof, but you got to live here for those. But everything else is online. But yeah, Morgan, it'll be added when you get hit with the message of like, hey, you're ready for funding. You're gonna know in your Discord. You're gonna get the message probably with a calendar. And then
Okay, I had a little confusion on that because there was a message asking me if my credit profile looked good, but I'm still waiting for they had to resend 2 letters out because like only Experian had gotten back. So I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be moving forward yet or not. So that I think I got a little confused on that one.
Yeah.
So,
I think because we have all the plays, right? Like we do have the the Experian. To be honest, we stack every single bureau. TransUnion has lenders, Equifax has lenders, and Experian has lenders. If your Experian's good, I can get you money. If your Equifax is good, I can get you money there. If your TransUnion is good, I can get you money there. But if they're all 3 good, I can get you money all across the board and not fail. Boom, we get Chase, we get Wells Fargo, they're Equifax, we're getting TransUnion at Navy Fed, we're getting every single lender. That's how you stack. So yeah, that the confusion was there probably because we were going to run the Experian play for you. But if we already had that much progress on the profile, we're like, man, we might as well finish the whole thing and stack all the way up. Oh, is it not in there? It may be in it's in the Jeep.
okay, cool. And my only other thing was after doing market research, and like I made the post about this on the community, was I'm feeling very nervous because even though Las Vegas is a big city, I'm wondering, like, is it oversaturated? How smart do I need to be about choosing my vehicles? Because, for example, Teslas are a dime a dozen here. Like, there's so many on Turo. There's actually a ton of Corvettes. Like, the Corvettes are less than 150 a day because there's so many of them. So now I'm like, oh, okay, I think I need to be really strategic with what vehicles I'm getting, which is kind of stressing me out a little bit more.
I think I'll help you with your market. I'm gonna ask, okay, the partner that asked me if I would send cars his way, right, from my fleet. He picked certain cars and I'm assuming because they rent really well. So if you can never go wrong going Mopar, right? Obviously it's a risky car. If you were to put like a SRT Jeep out there or a Trackhawk or a Hellcat, he got those from me. So they book. Third row is gonna book regardless you're in Las Vegas. So
yeah, I was thinking about that actually.
Yeah, Kia Telluride is solid. There's Kia EV9. That's actually what we're gonna pick up today. It's solid. It's new. People are gonna want to get it, and they got crazy rebates on them. That's the kind of route I would go in a high traffic area like you're in. 3 rows, you can't go wrong. Football season's about to start. You got fights there all the time. I mean, 3 rows would be the play, especially if you're in Las Vegas. If I was in Vegas, I would put a couple 3 rows on there and exotics because people are gonna want to rent them.
Yeah. I was definitely thinking of going like the family route because lots of people come here and they need more seats for all the people that they brought, right? And yeah, I just I was like, I don't know if just doing a regular old, Corolla or something is gonna cut it because there's a million of them.
Yeah.
So,
you can cut those into other people's like personal fleets. You can do rent to owns on those. Like if in that market, if I had the Corollas and stuff, I would market them to Uber drivers or Lyft drivers or things like that want a car and they want to rent, they don't want to use their own car. I would run that play, or I'd run rent to own plays. That's just me personally if I was in Vegas, but we'll be able to visit that well, obviously we're gonna stay in touch and visit that more. And I can link you with the guy as well. I mean, even if it's, I mean, like you're in a good spot. You're in a real good spot, and I got a lot of connections there. So I'm not worried, to be honest. I got you.
Okay, good. I needed some reassurance.
Yeah, for sure, we got you 100%.
All right, thank you.
Latrell, did you? Somebody had a question. Well, the hand's not raised anymore. I don't know who it was. Trevor, are you coming back to Tampa? Yes, I am. I'm actually still here right now. Yes, you can do. No, you can't. Is it Jermichael?
Yeah, Trev. No, you were talking about the rent to own, and it kind of blew my mind.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm like, so if we list the cars on Turo, you can actually have the Uber drivers rent the cars from you and do rent to own.
no, so you can't rent to own on Turo. You would do that on your own. You use Turo basically to build the clientele. So what I did is I built the clientele on Turo. I had normal customers that I would service, right? And the automation is crazy. The one that says basically it's the last one. When their trip is almost done, it's like, hey, guess what? If you book with me every single time, you'll get 10% off for a lifetime. And at the end of their trip, when you review them, their 5 stars or whatever, it tells you percentage. You just literally give them 5 stars, great guest, and 10% off. But that tells them, like, it kind of trumps them unless they want a certain car compared to everybody else. They're like, damn, this one's 55 a day, this one's 50 a day, but this one give me 10% off for the rest of my life if I book with him. So you're gonna really book them. And then when you get somebody who's always booking with you, right, and they're becoming a regular, you could just really talk to them like, hey, look, bro, I got contracts. You don't have to pay all those Turo fees if you don't want, man. You can rent to own it if you want. If you want this car, you can rent to own. And then you just come up with a number that works. If your payment's 500, I mean, you could charge them 800. You could charge them 1,000. You can double if you want. Charge them $1,000 a month. He's obviously renting on Turo and doing rent to own because he probably doesn't have credit to get a car, or he doesn't have a vehicle at all. So you're going to help him out more. Obviously, there's risks involved, just like everything else, but that's a way for you to make 100% of your money off the platform. And you can do simple stuff. I literally made a Facebook post with a picture, got the emojis, the alerts, and I was like, rent to own deal or owner finance, boom, 1,500 down, low monthly payments, that's what's gonna get them, no credit check. Then you post the car, inbox me for details, and then people are gonna inbox you like crazy because a lot of people have bad credit. If you post it on your Facebook feed, your friends are gonna hit you up and be like, oh damn, you're gonna be like, damn, I didn't even know he had bad credit, he can't get a car, or they have something going on, you know. So your rent to own is it's an easier play than you think. It's about the audience that you want to be in your car on a rent to own basis. You know what I mean? You make sure you're picking the right audience. You can't just do that to anybody.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Latrell, go ahead, brother. You're muted if you're talking. Latrell, I can't hear you. You're muted if you're talking. Might have to come back to him. I see your hand muted, but I can't hear you and I see your hand raised, but you're muted. Yeah, Jeremy, that's great. Using it at the airport. Airport's a play. Let me tell you guys a little tip, a little trick. If you got cars that have airport deliveries and you know what I mean, it's called airport delivery, make it free. Just, you don't have to worry about charging every time somebody books you from the airport. I mean, unless it's just a crazy drive and you're like, damn, I'm actually losing money. You can put it back in the price. It don't matter if if you got to fill up your gas tank to go. I mean, you're not going to have, unless you're that far from the airport, I wouldn't run the play if you have to fill up the gas tank to get to the airport. But
that's my issue, Trevor. So all the way from the airport, I'm going to have to keep the cars there.
And you can do that. You can keep the cars there because we teach you how to, there's.
I feel it's safe too,
Yeah, you can run the lockbox strategy, and if they're cheap when it comes to the pricing of leaving them there, that's fine too. Everything can be done remote. There's new cars or modern cars, right? Like you can do everything from the app. communicate with your guests through the apps and things like that. But do your deliveries free. If you do them free, because people are going to travel, right, they're going to filter, and they're going to filter free. That's what they're going to do. So if you have a free airport delivery and pickup, you're going to come to the top of the listings, because they're going to filter it that way. During the holidays, you could charge. That's what I do. So off season, it's free airport delivery, pickup and drop off. During the holiday seasons, travel seasons, I put it up $30, $40, whatever I feel like doing. If it's the Corvette, it may be 50. If it's, you know, whatever it is, you got to base it upon your car and base it upon your market. Latrell.
Yeah, you can hear me, Trev?
Yes, sir, brother. I got you now.
Hey, man, my bad. This was tweaking.
No, you're good, brother. You're good.
Yeah, I wanted to know. I seen you posted in the school about the Navy Federal relationship. I wanted to know what's to it for the mentees, what's into it for us.
So we do have obviously an access code for you that you guys can use to come in, or you could go. This is, it's more of a discretion thing. If you go to Navy Federal, and they're all over the world, right? They're all over everywhere. So I can't like speak for other locations. How our students have been doing it, they've either used the access code or they just use my information. Navy Fed doesn't really check anything. You would just use my information, not my like name and shit like that. You would just use my military information. You joined in 08, you got out in 14, you know, that's literally, and I'm not saying every Navy Fed has like a code to where they put my information in and I'm connected like that, but I've done it here in person with many mentees where I was at previously and in this location, and it's never been an issue. Like, you're really just trying to get in the door with Navy Fed to get some funding, because they give really good amounts on funding. You don't even have to continue. You don't even really have to continue banking with anybody that you choose to move forward with. You literally are using them for their capital and their cards. They may have the best Truist or PNC may have the best cards, the best rates. Like, you got the profile, stack it, go get it from them. Go get that from them. You know what I mean?
Well, I got Navy already. I mean, like what's the best? But I guess I got connect with King tomorrow anyway. I want to know like what's the best option, like loan or credit card, because I know Navy don't offer 0% interest credit cards. So that was my thing for Navy.
So you're just trying to figure out which one to get from Navy Fed?
Yeah, like which one you think would be good for me?
And they don't have the 0% right now?
Oh, for the business side, no. I was looking at it. They don't have a 0% for business.
Go rewards. You could go low annual fees, but I would go whatever gives the biggest rewards, to be honest. If they don't have this, when you get into it, your first initial option, like you said, is 0% on interest. Whoever gives 0% for the longest, that's the card to go with. So with the Chase, I think it's the Business Inc. Preferred, it has 0% interest for like 15 months. I get that. You know what I mean? Navy Fed, if they don't have the 0%, they change their promotions. So they change and they'll come back and come away and things like that. But if they're not running any 0% interests for 12 months or 15 months, always go with who gives you the most rewards, the most cash back, the most, because you're gonna spend it and then you get the money back. You know what I mean? Like, so I would go rewards 100%. Those are the kind of cards I get. The best rewards card or the longest time to paying 0% interest.
So you don't think like a loan would be good to get with them? You
could everything I don't rock with loans, bro. I don't rock with loans like that. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't do a lot of loans. We do loans to leverage for people's credit profiles. So I'm gonna put that out in Sauce and Game. The only type of loans we do is we'll do a pledge, right? I'll do a pledge for somebody who doesn't have a lot of personal loans on their resume. So say like Mr. Jeremy doesn't have, say his highest personal loan was when he was getting into the military, and it was a $5,000 loan from a home credit union back home. I can go add him as a cosigner, right? To my pledge loan, I could take $40,000 of my own secured money, my own. It's a pledge loan. It's the same thing as a secured loan. Just Navy Fed calls it a pledge loan. I can take
Right.
50K, I can add him as a co-signer. I can get the pledge loan. I can pay the pledge loan off in 2 months because there's no early payout. So I can pay the pledge loan out with my own money and their own money in 2 months. And what that's going to do with him as a co-signer is put a $40,000 paid off loan on his profile. So now any other time he may want to go get a personal loan, they're going to see that 40,000 that got paid off and they're going to give him 40 bands. That's kind of how lenders lend off similarities that they've already seen. So like profiles. So if they've seen that you've had a $20,000 credit card and you've been good with it, they're probably going to give you 20K. If they see you've had a $40,000 or $50,000 loan before, a personal loan, because that's all they're going to see. He's a cosigner. He's just a cosigner, but they don't see it. They see he had a $40,000 loan on his credit report and it got paid off. So now he'll probably get 40,000 every time he goes and applies for a personal loan. That's the only time I really use personal loans, putting primaries on, that puts a primary on people's accounts and things like that. But I don't get a lot of personal loans. Why? If I got business, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, my personal can be tarnished, and that's bad for my name. But if I make a mistake on the business, I can honestly bankrupt the business. It's an LLC. It's a business. It's not me though. It's my business. I can bankrupt that at the end of the day. Everybody's done it. Trump's done it. Everybody's done it. That's how they try it. It doesn't work. They do it again. Oh, they tried. It didn't work. But guess what? When that one works, that's all you need.
All right.
So when you get that one that works, everything is good. It doesn't matter. All that stuff is a personal thing. You missing a late payment, that's a personal thing. What do you care that they just remove the late payment? You know what I mean? Like, especially you guys that are already currently mentees who not only are getting it done for you, but you got the game on how to do it yourself. So if you make a mistake, you don't have to come back and pay us again. That's why we gave you that. We don't want to say, hey, you messed up, pay me again for me to do it. No, I gave you the game. Just go do it on your own. You know what I mean? And then if you're just so busy that you can't do it on your own, come back. We'll run it back and we'll discount it for you, but that's why we give you the game. We're not gatekeeping this stuff. We want you guys to be good, But yeah, I can always, I always try to go LLC in business. If I have to go personal, I will. You're gonna pay anyway.
Yeah, I was just asking. I got the call for exchange tomorrow, but I got most of the lenders you just said. I got personal relationship with Chase, Truth, Navy, Panther. I got all those personal relationships. I just want to know because every time I try to do a pre-approval with Navy, Federal, they always deny me for like a credit card, man. So I was like wondering if the personal relationship you guys have would assist me with that. So I was figuring maybe I could go personal loan if they can't give me a credit card.
Yeah, are you you're in Orlando, aren't you?
No, I'm in Lakeland. I'm like 30 minutes out from you guys.
30 from us in Tampa?
Yeah, like 30, 40.
You're good then, because we were talking about this today. I don't want to spill the beans too much, but we're talking about this day, like just having you kind of like a VIP day type thing where we could just, because you're close, we were going to, obviously the community, all y'all are here now, you're going to hear about it, but we were going to do kind of like a VIP day. We're going to shoot content on it and we're going to actually take you in these, because you're close, right? Going to take you into these banks, do it with you in person and have it filmed. So it's just more social proof. Like we really do this. We really get it done, It's called a VIP day. So and yep, I see you over there in Fort Myers. I already know Destiny. So we already got something in the plans for our Florida people and our most active out-of-state people. Mr. Jeremy, Isaiah, y'all are obviously not in this location, but we have things that we're going to be hosting, like masterminds and things where we'll fly y'all out, and we just gonna, we're gonna build wealth. We're gonna make sure we're winning. We have all that stuff in the works. You know what I mean? That's why I'm still doing what I do. I'm still going to Skill Bridge. I'm still getting more clients so that I can be able to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Be able to give real, hey, come to the mansion. We're going to have y'all fly out of here. We're going to live it up for, a couple of days and really let you pick our brains and be in our shoes and run it that way. Go ahead, Mr. Isaiah. You done, Latrell? It's good. It's clear.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Trevor.
Yeah, you're real close. We got you. We got some stuff in the works.
All right.
You still need a little bit more optimization because you got a lot of new stuff. Obviously, you were already on that before you got with us. So there's a lot of new stuff. So it might need to marinate just a little, but I'm not gonna let you jump early. If I could probably go get 10K right now, but why go for 10 when we can get 100? And if we wait a month or whatever it takes that when I know you need a trade line and things like that. So whatever it takes, why go settle for less when we can get more? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I want the max. Yeah, we can do the max. Just let me know.
Facts.
We can see what Kane says to me tomorrow. Just let him
100%.
know. Okay. Thanks, Trev.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Isaiah.
All right, here I am going back to the car stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be my next big thing. So I'm still trying to, get answers on that. So again, like I said, I found this tool somebody made basically to get some market analysis. So I took that and I basically threw it in ChatGPT with a custom prompt, basically telling it, I want to do 3 economy vehicles, midsize, 1 luxury, 1 dream car. I want to get vehicles that are rare / unlikely on market, because that's what you said. And it gave me vehicles, right? So it gave me like a 2023 Kia Forte, Nissan Altima, Honda Accord or Camry for the economy. And then it said for the luxury car, like a 2022 BMW 5 Series, Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Because this is all based off my market, right? So, and then it said for the dream car, it was saying a 2023 Chevy Corvette or like a Tesla Model 3 or a Model Y from 2023. So my question is like, I ain't never envisioned myself driving like a Corvette or something like that. So it's like damn, is this something I can actually get? And what would be the risk if I did do something like that? You know what I'm saying? Even if it would work in my market, what's the risk attached to getting a vehicle like that? Because I was looking at them and it's like 70K, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, so what would that actually look like? Is that actually feasible to do? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, my first cars when I was still actually I was still at my 9 to 5 when I started, right? So I already had a GMC Sierra and a GMC Acadia, or was it a Terrain? One of them. Well, I had 2 GMCs already, right? And when I learned about this, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna just go do it, right? My first 2 cars were, I got a Kia Telluride, I got 2 Teslas, I got a Corvette. What was my last one? Hold on, let me see. So Telluride, I already had 2 Telluride, 2 Teslas, Corvette. Yeah, that's 6. So those were my first cars anyway. It was a Vet and 2 Teslas. Model 3 is not a dream car. That's only
Oh,
like,
no, yeah,
it's not
a eco-friendly luxury car that people still like it, whatever. So
I would rent that out. You can get them pretty low right now. So I mean, that would be a low, like a $65 a day rental, like for a Model 3. The Corvette is what I mainly drove. One of the Tesla Model 3s I had was a blacked out Performance. So I was really in that a lot because I was like, never drove one and I was really hooked. I was like, I like this. You know what I mean? I was in that, and it self-drove. It come and pick me up with the app. I'm like, bro, content was going crazy. I was just starting and stuff, back to social media. So, but those are hitters that are always gonna rent out, bro. Like that. And I didn't have a C8. I had a C7 Stingray. It was fire, all black, but now the C8s, are out and stuff. So 70K, unless that C8 is your dream car, I'll try to go used, bro. Go used because it's already.
But it was.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean,
Well, it was saying the 3LT, the trim. That's why. That's when I was looking at.
That's
I don't really
why,
know the differences.
And if it's the 3LT, it's probably got the drop top. The hard top, the convertible.
Yes, I don't know. I was looking at them. You know what I'm saying? So
there's one out here. I'm actually looking at that as well. So we just finished the paperwork. I'm gonna go get it tomorrow. The Kia EV9, the brand new electric Kia. It's fire. I drove it. It's loaded, bro. So we got that. I'm gonna put my Trackhawk out here in the wrap shop, put a wrap on it, and I'm either gonna go get a GLE or a C8. I don't know which one, but either way, it's gonna be a lease. Like, and now that I know the lease play and I can lease under my business, I could just go get what I want. And then
so that's another question. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that really the move now? Just doing the lease and not even worrying about financing?
Unless I want it. If I want it and I want to finance it, and the way I leveraged it with this just recently, I was like, bro, you're leasing me a car, the payment's $900. I'm doing the math here. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm doing the math. I can own the car at $1,200 a month. You know what I mean? That's $300 savings. I was like, I don't want to buy. You know that I want to lease. So get my payment. If you can get my payment to $850, right? I can put it in my business name, PG in it. I know my credit's good. So I can PG it. I want 12,000 miles a year. I want it for 36 months. And I don't want any, and at least you don't have any early terminate. Like, as long as you don't go over that miles and threshold and you don't depreciate it and mess it up or anything, you can always trade it in, flip, swap, or turn it in. So shit, they were like $899 and we got the deal done. They called me because I left. I'll be leaving. I'm like, all right, let me know. When you get it right, let me know. I'm out the door.
That's how you do it.
I make them, you know what I mean? I got the power. I know where I'm at with credit. When you know credit and you know how to use it and leverage it, you got the power. That's the power. Nobody can tell you anything. Because I'll just go down the street. You know what I mean? There's the dealerships are all on one street anyway. I'll just go down the road, you know. So then they called me back when I told them no. I said, I'm trying to be like 850, bro. So they hit me, of course, like 859. Everything else was on point though. 859, 12,000 miles. I got the fully loaded Kia EV9. It's at 36 months. And it's in my LLC, everything. So now it's like, damn, that's probably the move. That's what I'm gonna put that out to the community. I think I put I already put it out. I think Turo is
Yeah,
now.
you did,
Yeah. So that's the move, to be honest. That's the
if it's
move.
a car you don't want. I mean, if you don't necessarily care to keep.
Well, even if
long
you care to keep it, you can always turn a lease into a own. You could just be like, hey, I want to keep it. Yeah.
Okay, I
The
didn't know
lease
that.
is the play, bro. The lease is the play.
Damn.
I just didn't know Turo was accepting it, but since they are, that's the only play. Yeah, Morgan, yeah, Kia's always been pretty nice. I just haven't, they're just slow as hell. You know what I mean? But now that they're electric, it's like, damn, that thing's pretty fast. That's all Kia was lacking, was like, it always was loaded, super nice, super good, roomy, nice cars, but they were just slow. So I was like, man, I couldn't really rock with them. Telluride looked beautiful, but it just wasn't ain't no getting around. Like, damn, I'm worried about the truck hitting me. Let me get back over here. You know what I mean? So, but now they changed the game. So yeah, you're right. Has Kia moved into the luxury? Or are they still? The Stinger, actually, they're not making it no more.
Yeah, they don't make it no more.
Yeah, so that's out of the way, but yeah, they're pretty luxurious. Yeah, like he said, combination. It is a combination of both now. Like Kia's stepping up, and they got the best warranties, bro. Like their warranties be like 7 years, 100,000 miles, bro. Like their warranties are crazy, and they
I
cheap.
did have a couple other questions though. Before I done
Go
answering
ahead.
questions.
Where are you at?
So
Sunny and shit. It's
Who,
sunny
me?
in Texas. Where you at? In
Oh,
Arizona.
I'm in Arizona. Like, hold on.
It's sunny over there. It's like damn near midnight at this way. Vegas, that's Vegas. Morgan, it's still daylight over there, huh?
Yeah, it's still daylight and over 100 degrees.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, that's how it is over here. No, but so my other question.
Hold
So
on,
me and my wife.
second. Let me get to Latrell because you just asked one. I'm gonna get to him and I'm gonna come right.
Okay.
Go ahead, Latrell.
Hey, for the car play, I really know I'm not talking about funding. I wanted to know for the cars, like, do I need to have like comparable, like, say if I never leased had a car before in my credit profile, say if I never had one before, will it be a problem for me getting a car?
I don't think so, especially if you're using I don't know local. If you're using my guy, he got you. Doesn't matter. You may not be able to go get $100,000 Hellcat if you know what I mean, like never having a car. You're probably not gonna get anything like that, but you're gonna get decent vehicles. You're gonna get vehicles that obviously look good. You might get a 392 Challenger. I'm just comparing what I know. I'm a Mopar fan, so instead of getting a Hellcat Challenger, you might get a 392 Challenger. But the next go around, that's why we're doing this. The next go around, that's when you can get whatever you want. Because in 6 months, I'm gonna teach you guys how to refinance it. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Once you refinance it into the business, your personal profile looks beautiful. Go get any car you want. Now you can step away from Turo. It's money's being made. Your profile's built. You leveraged it exactly how you were supposed to do. You got business funding. Now you're riding around in your Maybach, and you know what I mean. You're good. You can go buy it, whatever you want. If you want the Lambo, you can go buy the Lambo. If you start the program and try to get a Lambo, they'll probably tell you no. But if you go through my program the way I teach you and then try to get a Lambo, you'll get told yes. That's literally proven out. I can go get a Lambo if I want one because I have the profile to prove it. Matter of fact, yeah. Let me.
So with them getting like 5, let's just say you put me for 5 cars off the rip, will all 5 of those be on report to my credit, to my personal?
They're gonna report to your business if you put them on your business. For your case, I might run this is just my word, this is just my professional opinion, how you should do it. For your case, never having a car on your personal, I would actually do it kind of how I did it. Even though I had plenty of cars, I would buy them in your personal, stack them up, then refinance them 6 months later into the business. Then you're going to be in a good position for cars. If you go get them in your business now, your personal profile won't be as thick as you want it to be whenever you know what I mean? Like, and it takes longer to build the business credit up, so, I would run that play and run it with my dealer. My guy can get a lot of, like, he can't get Teslas and things like that. He can get them used. He can get whatever used, but if you want new and things like that, I would go personal just for your situation, for you, what your already looks
I
like.
was speaking to him about the fleet so he have in mind. He just was letting me know how he switching them up every week. He has new cars every week. But like you said, I know I can't go ahead and get a 100K car right off the rip already. Yeah, I had that in my mind already.
Right. 100%. Yeah, you can go personal, get the cars, make money off the cars, refinance them.
All right, y'all, sounds good. That was probably my last question for the night. If I think of one, I'll raise my hand again.
Yes, sir, for sure. Jeremy, saw somebody going, right. Can you talk a little about the insurance question I had in school? You might have to refresh my memory, Mr. Jeremy, but so for insurance,
So did some research on I forgot the British company you called it, ABI, right?
ABI, yeah, American Business Insurance.
So they put a limit on, is it 250 miles per month with that Turo? And I was curious to know if you knew that, because the biggest thing that caught me with that, they were around $100. So I got 2 quotes. So I put my other Tesla on the personal because it is mine. But the other two they're about $100. But when I ran and I replied back to them too, is the big thing with them is if you have to stay on the Tesla platform, or I didn't even know the other platforms existed that they had, but and you're not covered if you, like, say you go drive, put gas on it if it's not rented. And I asked those couple questions, and they really kind of threw me for a loop, because I was like, well, man, that means I got to put some kind of coverage on this thing. And it didn't really make sense to me. They are cheap.
Yeah, so my opinion on that is I'm right now I'm at the level to where I don't do a lot of driving the other vehicles that aren't rented out anyway. So I'm trying to save the most amount of money. I'm trying to have the least expenses, you know what I mean, for what I'm doing. So that works for me. I didn't know about the mileage limit. They've never told me
See if
that.
I can find. I had it on I saved it, I think. I'll look and see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, because I'll call them on that. I didn't really know about a mileage limit, but they've never dropped me. They've never charged me more, and I've had it for
Here it is right here. I found it.
Yeah, I'm renting them out like consistently, bro. Like they're on. I can look at the trackers now. There's actually most of those cars from where in the beginning they're out there in Las Vegas. So there's people are driving. They're going on trips, and they haven't said anything. They haven't dropped me. They just continue to take $730 a month for 12 cars. You know what I mean, or whatever I'm paying, whatever it is.
What about like when your rider gets in that vehicle? They said they won't cover that if it's I mean, I guess you're bigger, but like for me, like 3 cars. So if I'm, like if you put in your business name and you have a commercial insurance, then you're driving that car, you're covered, right?
Right. To be honest, bro, 100%, 3 cars. If you're not going like super fleet, bro, you can, I mean, if you want to save money, you can do it that way. But I don't know what your insurance is like up there. When I had 6, bro, I had them all on my personal, bro. I had them all on my personal because it was super cheap. I didn't tell them I was doing Turo.
Yeah.
And if anything ever happened, I would just do the claims.
I put the Tesla on there on my personal, and it raised it $60.
Yeah, so you're gonna get.
So they're good on insurance. So
Yeah,
so I think I was curious though. You had said too, once you get so many cars, they start to wonder what's going on. But I put the first one on there, no issues, and I'll probably just put the other 2 on there to see how it works, or I'll just go get another insurance agent.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say that, like, then that's the only thing is you just obviously don't tell them that it's rented out. You tell them that why do you have 4 or 5? They just used to ask until me and my representative became real close. Like we're cool, you know what I mean? Like before that, I just told her, hey, look, I actually just kept it honest from the rip. But what I tell other people to say is that, you're just a car collector. Like I got a couple cars. How many miles do you plan on putting on them? 10,000 a year. You know what I mean? Tell them the normal.
I use this way. I'm a leadership business consulting coach.
Yeah. It's only, look, I'm a, you know,
I mean, I got 27 years in the Navy, so I can do something with that anyway, which I plan to do. But that's how I got my business loan too. I would never have said rental company.
Yeah. Don't do that. You know, I would just tell them straight up, you know, I'm a car collector. I buy cars and I sell them. I fix them up a little bit, do some things to them, and I sell them. Just never claim through there. Don't put that personal, like
Yeah.
you would your
Yeah.
personal. Don't put that personal insurance card in your glove box. Get the Turo insurance card that they give you that you can download from the app. Put that one in the glove box. You're gonna be fine. Like they're not. When you go to do the oil changes in the systems, yeah, they got the whole government system where they can probably be like, after a year, they're gonna say, "Damn, you put that many miles on it. How is that possible?" But that doesn't even that's highly unlikely. That it doesn't happen. You know, it's one of those things that just
So you look at ABI for more of a maybe, I don't know, 10 cars or more, I think would be, I kind of did the math, and that's kind of where it makes sense because $100 a car, you're not driving those 10 cars. You probably have your personal too on maybe a personal insurance for your own, right?
yeah,
If that makes
yep,
sense. Okay.
yeah,
So yeah, I just
100%.
wanted to bring that attention to you about ABI because I did ask those. I went out and reached out to the agents and asked them questions. And that was the only reason I came back out to let you know about that.
Yeah, for sure. When you
I
get
mean,
bigger,
it took,
when you get bigger fleet numbers, that's when you're going to use ABI because it's super cheap. You're not driving all of those anyway, because if you got 20, 30 cars, they're only being driven to guests. When they're not with a guest, you obviously, if you want to take the responsibility, you trust your wife, trust your, you know, your people, you know, hey, drive it, be careful. We can't control what anything happens on the road, obviously other people, but we can mitigate the risks if we just handle it ourselves. You know what I mean? But the personal play is the play. Just never put any claims on your personal side, and you're gonna skate under the radar.
I know a few people had questions about cars. I just want to throw this out there. For the car I did personal finance, I secured gap insurance for $650. So don't forget about the gap insurance.
Yeah, 100% gap everything. Isaiah, back to you, and then I'll hit you, Latrell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So me and my wife, we already met with you. We will both be doing the play, you know what I'm saying, in due time. We only have, I mean, we're not gonna be planning to store the vehicles here because it's not gonna be feasible at our house. And like the only thing close to us, like we have like a Safeway or like a grocery store, and like they have a bunch, it's like a whole bunch of stuff like that. So like I know you had mentioned like early on when you did it, you like, you know, you talked to the owner or whatever, saying, hey, can I store my vehicles here? That's something you still recommend to us, or like what other options would we have outside of that? I mean, hopefully they would allow us to do that. I was even thinking, because we be going there and I'm like, there's space here. Like, I wonder if we just do it without asking, but I rather would ask and then that, and then, you know, that way we're not getting messed up or whatever. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Just storing the vehicles, I guess, for where
I
we're
mean,
at, because
yeah, you could run it. You can, like I said, you can run it your way. I would ask a manager like, hey, look, I got a lot of cars. I'm doing so, you can say anything, bro, but I would be like, hey, look, I got a lot of cars and they're doing a lot of driveway work and construction in my neighborhood. I kind of don't want, do you mind if I put them like at the end of your parking lot away from everybody? I just store them here until everything gets done. Most managers are gonna be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, or you know what I mean? Like they're not gonna care. If you get some gung-ho guy, he might be like, no, it's not allowed. But say, look, I'm not soliciting, I'm not putting signs out, I'm just storing them. I'll come get them from time to time and drive them. And but he was like, but like other than that, they're gonna be cool about it. Or you could just not ask. Nobody's gonna blink an eye. The reason I knew the parking lot that I chose, the biggest key is, and I think Mr. Jamaico, I saw the headset, so I'm thinking he's a truck driver, right? When I see that big 18-wheeler in a parking lot and it sits there for 2 or 3 days and no one says anything, it's probably good to go. You could probably put cars there, because if an 18-wheeler is taking up a parking lot and they're not tripping, they're not tripping off of it, you could put cars there. Nobody's gonna trip. So I would look for things like that there. People would store their 18-wheelers across the street all the time, and it's like, well, damn, it must be cool, you know, so it must be fine. Sure enough, it was fine. I didn't even ask anybody when I seen that. I knew, I was like, it makes sense, because they'll really trip about that. Yeah, so yeah, I would do it that way. You could front of your neighborhood, things like that. Let me see. I'm also trying to figure out where to keep the cars. There's a casino with a huge parking lot down the street. I'm thinking, yep. Airport drop-offs, you got it right, Morgan. Or the casino down the street, they don't know. As long as you're not in a parking spot that you have to pay for and you're not paying, you know, other than that, that's actually pretty damn perfect, especially if it's down the street. You can literally park it in the casino parking lot, tell your guests where it's at in the casino parking lot, park it by like oh, it's in the middle by a palm tree. You know, you're going to see identifiers to be able to tell your guests how to find it and get to it. And then sometimes you might have to talk them through it. Okay, like turn left on this street. It's right there. You know, obviously you're going to have that situation, but yeah, they're not tripping off that. As long as you're not illegally parked in something that says pay me and you're not paying, you're fine. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. The thought of you thinking somebody cares is the only thing that's going to keep you from doing it. Somebody will say something or they'll put a note on there, move your car or something, call me. And then, I mean, at the end of the day, you can even break people off. Like I've leveraged a lot of money with things, or like, hey, check this out. I want all my cars to be up here. There's 10 of them. I'll fix your credit for free. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna do. Only gonna fix your credit. You know what I mean? Latrell, is that good, Isaiah?
Yeah, that's good for that question. I'll come back if somebody else has a question. That way I give another opportunity. 'Cause I just have one more. That's it.
For sure.
I just wanted to know about the insurance play, the insurance play a little deeper because I'm not too familiar with it. Like, how do you go about with sharing all those cars and stuff like that?
So when you get like more than, you know, I would probably say more than 7, 10 car. Like when you get up to high numbers, like you're approaching double digits, bro, I would definitely use a commercial insurance policy. Like I said, I use ABI. There's plenty of them out there, but ABI is been the cheapest for me, the best for me. It doesn't matter. Of course, they got high deductibles. That's why their prices are so low monthly, but I'm not going to use them for the deductible anyway. I'm literally using them to have a car that's legal on the road in the government system, like the system of insurance tracking. You know what I mean? Just so you're legal with the state. That's why I carry that insurance. But other than that, you can shop around. There's other people that do it. You want to be comfortable with what you're paying monthly and things like that. The way I run it is personal, obviously, until I got to a number to where personal, like my agent was really like, hey, bro, that's a lot of cars. Like they might say, I think I had it all the way up to like 15 at one point with one. Yeah, I had it up to 15 and they didn't. She was like, they haven't dropped you yet. We're just gonna keep it rolling. She said they haven't asked, so we're gonna keep going until it goes. You know, that's the only thing that happens. They ask what you're doing. You either come clean and tell them or you don't. And then they either raise your premiums, which, okay, you're making money. So, okay, I'll pay the difference. I'll pay for it. You know, I didn't know. Here we go. Or you just switch companies. There's thousands of insurance. Everybody would want you. As long as you're good driving record type stuff, you don't have a lot of tickets and stuff like that, everybody's going to pick you up.
Right.
Yeah. So I'd run personal. Never tell anybody what you're doing. You shouldn't be telling anybody your business moves anyway, or your next move, just in life. Right. Never tell anybody your next move. But business wise, never tell anybody you're doing Turo. When you tell them you're doing business and stuff, that's where they want some of your money. They want to be cut in. They're like, oh, well, I'm going to charge you more for this because the company makes more. You don't want to tell them. It's not that you're holding information or being secretive. It's just like you're giving them an opportunity to ask for more.
Nah, that's I'm holding information. I'm trying to get charged more. I'm not holding.
Yeah, I try to keep it the best way. I try to keep expenses the lowest and make the most money. That's how we do it. And when you're in control, you can control that. You can't control that at your 9 to 5. You're gonna take what they pay you.
All right. All right. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Isaiah.
Yeah, just my last question, just more like personal. So based on where I'm at right now in the process, like, is there anything else you think I could be doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, I don't even know. I've just been trying to do as much research, I guess, as I can, but it kind of just feels stuck.
Yeah, I think you're going to be you're probably going to be pushed through. We were talking about that today. You're going to be pushed through funding pretty shortly. We want to get a couple more things optimized, but I don't think, I looked in here, you already got your business bank account, right? You already got your LLC, you already got your EIN. Those steps are honestly good. If you wanted to go ahead and start building your fleet, you could do that. You could wait for the funding. You could, yeah, I mean, you're kind of open to do whatever. Now you just need to soak as much game as you can. You need to go make connections with people, find you a mechanic local that, hey man, look, hey, just to let you know, man, I'm about to start a rental car business. I'm probably going to have 10, 20 cars, eventually 30. If I was to bring you my vehicles, could you give me deals on, start networking because you already know what you're about to do. You already know you're about to get funded. You know you're about to put some vehicles on the road. So start networking, keep learning, keep spreading value. When you learn things and you hear things and you discover things, post it in the community. Let's keep spreading wealth to each other so we learn more. When I get stuff, I bring it to y'all. But really, and that part is up to you. You're literally just waiting for the optimization to go get funding. If you already got the LLC, you already got the business bank account, you already got the EIN, you're just a step closer,
No, yeah, I mean, I took a note from watching your stuff, and I put in bold letters: do not host vehicles until credit has been positioned and business funding has been acquired. So I'll sit my ass back and keep waiting. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I ain't
100%.
gonna problem with it.
And like I said, you can now that we know the lease pay goes, you can go start looking at lots. You're gonna get busy if you're one step closer to funding. Like you're about to get busy with cars. You need to go to the car lots, pick their brains, see what cars you want, go test drive them, feel them, look them, make sure that they're like, okay, you're getting a good deal. Ask for numbers, be like, look, I don't want to. Tell them straight up, hey, look, I'm not. You don't got to go through the sales pitch and read your script and the finance manager to close the deal. We're not doing all that. Say, look, I'm buying a car because I want it, not because I need it. So I want to see what it looks like. I want to feel it. I want to drive it and do that. Do that whole thing. Leave. Come back the next day like, hey, man, I kind of enjoy that car. What are my numbers looking like? If I was to lease this car, 0 money down, 36 months, I want the max mileage that you give yearly. What am I looking at? They can give you numbers they could just give you the generic of 0 down, 2,000 down, 3,000 down. Dude tried to hit me today with like, hey, I ran you with numbers with 3,000 down. I was like, well, I appreciate what you did, but that's not the information I was seeking. I said, what is my payment without money down? Because I'm not giving you money down. Then he came back and give it to me. So, just go start building rapport, go to a car lot and be like, okay, I like him as a salesman. He's cool. He's not just script. He's actually with me. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how you move forward. The demonstration is the same of why you guys are mentees today. You guys became mentees and decided to move forward, not because I was on there selling you. I was on there actually listening to what you had to do, knowing, okay, can I fix that? Can I improve that? I didn't hit you with scripts. I related to you and I made you feel comfortable. And obviously I said, hey, trust me because I got you. And that's how we moved forward. So same thing with anything you're getting sold. Make sure, like, bro, stop running the script, man. Tell me real. What's up? Is it gonna work or is it not?
All right, cool. Yeah. Well, I appreciate the insight and thank you for this Q&A too. It's been very helpful.
For sure. Yeah, and it'll be housed. Obviously I recorded the first part we missed, right? But we got a lot of this good stuff recorded, and I'm gonna obviously we're gonna put that in the community. Go ahead, Latrell.
Hey, Trev, I wanted to know, for example, I know not everybody in here is from Florida, but what is like the main attraction cars you say for in Florida? Or I would say like in our area, like Hillsborough, Polk County.
Man, there's money out here, bro. There's money out here, so you can really put anything. I wouldn't go Tesla. Everybody's got a Tesla, but it's gonna work. So you can put it on there for low, get you a Plaid, a Model X Plaid or something. But Florida, they still like those. Man, I'd go luxury, bro. Mercedes, GLE, C300s, the cheaper ones. I would go exotic. Really, I've looked at the market. I've seen some things. I go BMWs, i8. There's only like 2 i8s out here. So if you put an i8 out here, it's gonna go crazy. I would go that route, bro. Like I would go a pretty luxurious route.
Okay.
And that's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm already about to run it, so I'm about to run some things and see what it's hitting on.
Okay. All right.
There's a guy that has. I wouldn't go exotic yet. You can do that in Miami, but like our area, I wouldn't do that. Like, because there's a guy he's got some double R's on there, and he's got he's got a Maybach on there, but it's like $999 is like that's the daily rental. It's got like 1 or 2 trips. So yeah, they got a lot, right? So that's a lot. That's that's $2,000 if it was just a day. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I like volume, bro. Like I like volume. It's good to have high ticket, but I like volume. I can make that off of one car, you know what I mean? And it's always be gone and I don't have to worry about the car, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess I'm I'm both, bro. I just run the play. If it don't work, I figure out how to adjust it and make it work. I don't, it's hard to really follow stuff by a book and by a script because it's like, man, I'd rather go out there, do it. Damn, that's messing up. Let me fix it and make it right. You know what I mean? You can always optimize to make it right, make it better.
All right, for sure, 100%.
It shouldn't be. Isaiah, you should be able to post in there as well. Does it not let you post in that category?
Yeah, it's not letting me, like, it's not popping up.
Yeah, I'll get that fixed. Let me just hit if you could please just hit Tyler. You can hit him in Skool and or you can hit him in Discord, whichever one, and say, hey, I'm trying to make a post in the Sauceton game and it's not letting me. And see if you only maybe you only have to be an admin. I don't know. He got he be setting some stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the back end work.
Yeah, I'd be too busy, bro. I'd be too busy. Latrell, you got one more? I probably got time for like one. What time did we start? 8 o'clock?
I'm good. You answer all my questions, definitely.
Say it again.
I said I'm good. You answer all my questions already.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, look, I know we've been on here, we've been running it. I'm glad I got to speak to all of you. We ran over, but I felt like this was a needed. Q&A. I definitely wanted to make sure that you guys had the right information, the right, the proper guidance, and to make sure that you're successful. Destiny, there's a training in there in the classroom. It's 72 hours or less. Actually, Mr. Jermichael, you made. I think you posted. I think he said he did that hard inquiry wipe and it only took 2 days. I think he said it in here.
Yeah. I did just like you said. I changed one small thing and waited for it, and then called the next day. Told him take everything off by the 72nd hour. It was all gone.
Yeah. So yeah, 72 hours. If you use that phone, Miss Destiny, you call them, use that training in there, just follow it to a T, change the address just by a little bit. So it looks like their admin mistake. Hey, this is a fraudulent address on my report. I want to change it. It's 25 North Street, not South Street. Get that changed, wait for the change to happen, call them back a couple days later, remove the increase because they were attached to that address. Once the inquiries are removed, you can call them a week or 2 later and fix your address, and then boom, you're good. Just change it back. Just do the same thing, but be like, hey, you messed it up. It's North. Just reverse it. It doesn't matter. And get the right address back on there. You're good to go. The inquiries are gonna fall off. Yeah, that's for Experian, but there is a training in there about TransUnion and Equifax as well. One of those is super easy. You can do them online. I think TransUnion, one of them you got to call. No, one of them you don't call. You actually do online as well. But if you look in the wins, there's Michelle Johnson made a post about TransUnion, and it explains how to do it. The one I gave you is for Experian. If you follow that, it'll work. The one that's in the training is in the classroom is for Experian. And everybody gets that just by being a community member. I give that to everybody. Thank you, Miss Morgan. I appreciate you. And I'm glad you feel better about it now. So let's win. Look, let's continue. Watch your Discords. If you got questions, that's where you ask them. Like I said, I'm gonna be slow on the other ones if it's even me at all. But Discord is the spot. That's what you guys get. If you need any help with anything, obviously ask questions in the community. And watch out for your Discord for that message that says, hey, you're ready for the next step, which is funding, and we can go get you guys, we can go get you a bag. We can keep winning. I appreciate each and every one of you for popping up to the call, showing out. I appreciate you guys asking the questions, guys and gals. I appreciate you guys asking the questions. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to contact us. Let's go hustle. Let's go win. Be ready for big movements. Clothing line coming. We're gonna have shirts. You're gonna probably get your, mentees. There's certain mentees that are gonna get shirts. We're gonna give some out before we start charging. That way you guys can support the brand, feel the brand, and feel good about feel good about it, you know? So yeah, I appreciate you. If you need anything, hit me up. Many blessings and stay, stay up. All right, y'all. Good night.